What's up, everybody? Got a great one today. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a little tough. We're gonna talk about ways to make a Spotify playlist. So let's get into it. We're gonna talk about ways to try to hit a Spotify playlist. It's kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a pretty good chance that you'll make it if you stay consistent and do a lot of these tips and tricks. So stay patient with me and let me know in the comments below. This is my question of the day. What's your favorite music platform? Do you like Apple Music? Do you like Spotify? Do you like SoundCloud? There's a bunch of them out there. I'm always curious what everybody kind of listens on because, it helps dictate where a lot of people like myself or I'm going to tell artists to focus on. So let me know in the comments below which one you like to use. And while you're doing that, like, comment, and subscribe. Everything everybody always says. I don't even know how else to word that besides like, comment, subscribe. I couldn't say comment, like, subscribe, or subscribe, like, comment. It just is kind of weird. Like, comment, subscribe. So boom, it really does help me. I really appreciate it. And let's get into it. So the first thing you need to do is definitely get it up early on your distributor. If you're using DistroKid, TuneCore, anything like that, and get a pre-save link. Get as many people as you can to pre-save your link. Your friends, your family, your fans, anything you can do, your cat, your dog, whoever can make a Spotify account, pre-save your link. This will help drive offline traffic to your song once it drops. It will automatically be up for a lot of people's downloads. It's going to go to a lot of people's systems. Spotify wants to see you drive offline traffic. So leading up to it, you need to get as many pre-saves as you can. And then when it drops, you need to be pushing it as much as you can. Get from offline people that are not on Spotify finding it. The more people you get on the Spotify is going to reward you for having people on their platform. Second tip, got to put it up early so you can do the pre-save like we talked about. And then once you have it up in your distributor, go into your Spotify artist account, artist.spotify.com. You're going to go in here and you're going to be able to pick one song and submit it to playlists. Fill out the description very well. Don't slack on this. This is important to put it out exactly how you want it and fill out all the details. This will help the curators get a better feel for your song. And don't be afraid to compare it to other songs so they have a vision in their head of where they may be able to place it in other playlists. Do this now. And if you get it out, I recommend at least 2 weeks before to give them time to listen to it and go through the submissions. They get tons. So definitely do this. There's not a very high success rate. I'm not going to lie about it, but it does help. And with enough times that you do it, eventually something may knock in for you. And so if you do all the things properly, your chances will go way up. My next tip is make sure you have good cover art and it's mixed properly. Don't get cheap cover art and don't cheap out on the mixing. It's got to sound good. It's got to be able to compete with the rest on that playlist. And you want to catch their eyes before their ears. People listen with their eyes before their ears, I promise. So if they see good artwork, it's going to do nothing but help your track. Bad artwork, you don't want any negative chances. You don't want any negative influences to go into your music that isn't even involved with the music. If you have bad artwork and people already have a bad image of your music, you're working against yourself. So get all that taken care of and have good quality mixing and mastering and artwork. Next tip is try to use some different websites maybe to find some curators or playlists that you can submit to. There's Submit Hub, there's Playlist Hunter's a new one, Juzik. There's a lot of different ones. Be wary about which ones you're promoting to and maybe start small because there's a lot of scams and bots out there for some of them. There are some good solid playlists though that you can find and submit to. You might have to do a little digging to find the playlist curator, but those are probably the better ones because it's probably a lot harder for anybody else to submit to them because they're lazy and they don't want to do the work. You weren't lazy and you went and found them. Good for you. You might got it. If you can put a professional EPK together, submitting to them, you might be able to get a better hit because they may not get as many and they may be willing to hear it, especially if it's a smaller user curated playlist that maybe has 10,000 likes or something like that. Those are good ones to start out on and submit your music to. Next tip is make sure your Spotify profile is complete. There's a new feature out, Spotify Canvas. It's going to be coming real soon for you. make sure you use that. Make sure that your headliner has a great picture in it. Make sure your bio is complete. Make sure all of your things in your Spotify profile are up to date and correct. This will only help you just look more professional and all the way around like a better artist that they might want to consider for their playlist. And then my next tip is start your own playlist. If you're not getting on any playlists that you want to get on over any time, or do it anyways, start your own playlist with popular songs and pick a really generic title. Like if you're making R&B music, chill R&B or something like that. You know, you might have to research what might work, but don't try to be all fancy with your title. Use a real generic title, promote it, put popular songs on there, slide one or two of your songs on there, and make a few playlists. And then try to stay up and curate them, try to get some people involved with them. Maybe promote it to different artists to try to get their songs on there, and then they'll help promote that playlist as well and your songs in there. And you'll maybe take some of their, get into some of their fans, and you're kind of getting a cross promotion thing. So these are just different ways that you can involve the playlist and make your own. That's one thing cool about Spotify is you can make your own playlist, and it can make Apple Music. You cannot make a user generated playlist. It's all curated, and they're a lot tougher to break into. So make your own playlist. Don't be afraid to do it. Who knows? You might end up being one of the ones that people want to submit to, and then you might have more leverage. Like all these people once probably started with a very small playlist. So don't be afraid to try that. These are just some quick tips and tricks to try to get that chance of getting on a Spotify playlist much higher. There's way more I can do. I'll probably make a series out of this to give some more tricks. Because I don't like making long videos because I know y'all have a lot going on. So I want to try to break down some really quick tips that you can note down and be ready for your next release. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything or if there's anything that you want to know specifically about Spotify playlists, because I'm going to make a part 2 of this very soon. And yeah, good luck with it all. Take my tips and tricks, and I'll be looking for it. I hope to see y'all on a couple playlists. Let's get it.